Hello, Josh Lundquist here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a very fun and exciting subject, which is anger. Now, if you found this video through like related videos or something like that, you're probably going to be surprised at how boring this video is, because it's not going to be so much entertaining as it is boring. Yeah, that's right. I said it. It's going to be kind of boring compared to an entertainment-driven vlog. Because what we're doing here today is we are attempting to be mindful about our lives. And mindfulness, part of it, honestly, is boring because it is stepping out of the things that we are constantly bombarding ourselves with for the purpose of entertainment. That is television, phone stuff, endless Twitter and Facebook, etc., which in many cases we are doing to avoid that terrible, terrible place where we are alone with our thoughts, which can be not only boring, but for many of us kind of terrifying. So what we're doing instead with mindfulness is in fact deliberately trying to go to that place. Deliberately learning to be with our thoughts and then to let those thoughts float away. And in doing so, those thoughts lose their power over us. So today we want to talk specifically about the kind of thoughts that give us what we call anger. Because because basically I felt angry a couple times in the last couple weeks. Now, I'm not the kind of person who typically like loses my temper, but in the past week, a couple things happened. Someone had an opinion that I thought was very wrong, and it felt I could just feel this in the pit of my stomach. Just this anger about it, like just really, Now, if you are coming to this video, maybe you saw like a title or you heard this intro part, and so you're perhaps angry about something that someone said or did to you. Now, if you've had experience like serious trauma, serious abuse or whatever, you should talk to a professional, that is a therapist or a school counselor or whatever. This video is not going to be sufficient to deal with that level of trauma and that level of anger. But if you're just feeling some anger about some everyday issues that happened, let's talk about approaching that with mindfulness. So instead of acting out, instead of feeling like we need to solve the problem of anger by either getting back at them or rationalizing it in some thought-based way, let's instead take the mindfulness route. Now, mindfulness, as you know, is a non-judging awareness. I'll say that again. Mindfulness is a non-judging awareness. And a great path to mindfulness is always the body. So what I want you to do, and this is a little counterintuitive, but for just a brief moment, think about that thing or that person or that event that made you angry. And I want you to think about that just enough that you can start to sense what happens in your body when you feel that anger, that upset. Okay? So we're going to think about it just for a moment. Like, I don't want you to have to dwell on this. Obviously, like, it's not useful to be dwelling on past events. But this is just sort of a practice exercise to help us the next time we're angry to be able to more immediately lock on and sense the physiological response to our anger, and then to give space to it. So just for a moment here, think of, what did that person say? What did that person do? And how does that feel in your body? Okay, for me, like, I tend to feel, if I feel anger, it's literally like in my stomach. I feel sort of a tightness, sort of a ball of heat towards the top of my stomach, right below my rib cage. So you might feel something similar. You might feel tension in your head or in your jaw, your hands. whatever it is that you feel. Now, let's do this. Let's, instead of thinking about the anger, instead of thinking about the thing that happened, what the person did, let's just watch that physiological response. Not judge it in any way. Not say, oh, I shouldn't be angry or I should be angry. Literally just let the thoughts go and instead focus entirely on what you're feeling in your body. Now, you may feel that sensation dissipate as you allow it to exist, or you may feel that sensation increase as you focus on it. There is no right or wrong type of feeling. That's the beauty of this exercise. What you're instead doing is just bringing your awareness into the present moment of your experience. So let's do that. Now, just whatever feeling you identified a moment ago, see if you can concentrate on it and notice whether it changes. It gets bigger or smaller. It might move to a different place in your body, in fact. You might feel the tension move, out of your stomach and into your shoulders or into your hands. I don't know. Let's just concentrate and see what happens to it as you allow it to exist. As you become mindful of what's going on in your body, you might notice tension or sensation in other areas of your body as well. Now you might be sitting there and you're thinking, Josh, I still feel the same anger that I did when I started this video. This is not a good video. I knew it wasn't going to work. This is weird. Why am I watching a video on my computer of some guy's face staring at me talking about anger? And if that's what you feel, that's totally fine. And in fact, I would say it's actually a great victory if you still feel, and I mean physiologically, not your thoughts, if you feel physiologically what you felt at the start of the video and you've been able to concentrate and hold on to that sensation, that's pretty impressive, because it takes a tremendous amount of concentration and mindfulness to notice what's happening in your body. See, there's nothing wrong or right with emotions on their own. Of course, we attach negative connotations to certain emotions, anger, stress, upset, etc., and positive to other ones, happiness, joy, hope, love, to the extent that those are emotions. But in mindfulness, in our practice of mindfulness, we try not to judge whether a specific emotion is one that we want or that we don't want. Instead, we try to notice what we're feeling, both what our thoughts are saying to us, but also literally what we're feeling in our body. And then just allow that feeling to be there. Now, why would you do that? Why would you allow something that is unpleasant? Why would you allow anger to be in your body? Well, here's the thing. If the anger is in your body, by definition, it's already there. Okay? Work with me on this. Follow me. The anger is already there. It already exists in this moment. So unless you have a time machine and you can go back in time and, eliminate the circumstances that made you angry right now, the anger is there. There is literally, by definition, nothing you can do about the fact that it exists right now. Now, yes, maybe there are things you can do to lessen the chance that it exists in a few minutes, but right now, you cannot eliminate that anger because it exists by definition. It is your current experience. And so our natural instinct often as human beings is counterproductive in that we want to resist what already is. We feel this anger and we say, I've got to stop the anger, and I'm going to stop the anger by telling the person how wrong they are, and I'm going to text all my friends about this ridiculous thing that they did, and then I'm going to go on Twitter and send some sort of passive-aggressive tweet and hope the person sees it and knows it's about them, right? Okay, those things are probably going to make you more angry. Just a guess. I could be wrong. Maybe for you, they will make you feel better. And if they do, great. But I know for me, if I take actions that are born out of the anger, that just makes the anger continue. So to me, the most rational thing you can do with anything that you're already feeling is acknowledge that you're already feeling it. Because you can't change what already is. That's the definition of is. So you might as well accept what you're feeling right now. And the beautiful paradox of doing that is that it's probably the best way of reducing those negative emotions in the future. It's probably the best way of doing a little, what we might call frozen, a little letting it go on that anger so that you don't feel it a few minutes, a few hours from now. Simply noticing that it exists, sensing where it is in your body, not judging it, not evaluating it. By judging it, I mean, evaluating it, thinking about it. And whenever the memory of what that person did or said starts to replay, instead of watching that memory, which already happened, you can't change it, you can't control it, so why think about it? Instead of that, think about what you feel right now. What's going on in your body right now. Now, hopefully this goes without saying, but I'm learning these things along with you guys. Like, I'm not a perfectly peaceful person or a perfectly present person. I make these videos because these are the things that I am trying to teach to myself. They are the things that I am trying to practice myself. and implement in my own life. This is a process that we're working on together, a journey that you and I are taking. Journey might be the wrong word, because our ultimate destination is, of course, to be here right now with no judgments, no thoughts about how I wish this moment were this way, but it's actually this way. How I wish I were more like that, or my life was more like this. We're trying to let go of those things. Instead, be here and be enough and accept this moment for what it is. Close with a few deep breaths together. Let's focus on the breaths, not the ideas that we've been discussing. So we'll breathe in, we'll hold that breath for a few seconds. We'll breathe out for a few seconds. Then we'll wait a couple seconds before we take the new breath. We'll breathe in again. And just focus on sensing the breath. Where do you sense it in your body? The deep breaths. Hold it. Breathe out. Wait. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Hold it. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. This video will end now, but you can continue to take deep breaths as long as it feels right for you.